gentlemen, I'm interrupting this video real quick to let you know the GoPro footage in all of these clips have no audio. I don't record locally on my mic, unfortunately. I'm going to do that going forward. Besides the point, just warning you right now, I'm going to record audio as if I'm speaking in these GoPro frames. So the audio is not going to match the GoPro, but it's the best I can do. I feel like I had to warn you guys because this is about to look weird. But I recorded audio as if I'm speaking to the GoPro again. So it's going to sound different. It's not going to line up with my lips. GoPro didn't record any audio on any of the clips this whole night. This is the best I can do for you. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Today, it's October 16th. We got a south wind. Luckily, last year we spent a lot of time looking for south wind spots, so we've been in this tree before. But you couldn't ask for a better day. It's cold, overcast, beautiful October cold front here. We're at the bottom of this ridge, so walking in here today, I wanted to be on the top, but with this south wind, it just makes sense that the deer are going to be on, the downwind side of this ridge. So I wanted to not screw anything up. We decided to sit on the bottom of it here. Hopefully today we can catch a buck or two cruising here on the bottom, but ultimately I just want to film some deer. We've been skunked on our first two sits, so here on our third sit I'm really hoping that we can get some deer on video. But without further ado, let's strap in and be quiet and see what happens. with the GoPro not having audio, let's just summarize for a second here. I just need this deer to take the same path as that doe. My current position in the tree, I'd have to lean out to the right to get a shot here in this upcoming section where he's standing perfectly broadside at about 18 yards. But as I lean out to the right far enough to get a shot, there are then branches in my way. So in the video, it will not look like there's branches in my way, but there is. But the more important part is this buck just needs to follow the doe. Everything in my mind is he's just going to take the same path as the doe, whether he is with her or not. But as you can see right here, something catches his attention to the east. Still don't know what it is. I looked for it, but something caught his attention. And from this moment, gets a little disheartening. And just like that, that buck walked out of our lives. He hung around for another like 40 minutes. I never tried to call at him. I never tried to bring him in anymore. But I got some of the best footage of a deer I have ever gotten with this buck. So I am very grateful and thankful that he came in and gave me a show like that. It was awesome. Hindsight being 2020, two things. One, I'm glad I didn't shoot him because there's no audio. That would have been an absolute gut punch to me if I would have shot the second biggest buck ever and had no audio of any kind from that GoPro. That would have just been a brutal gut punch. So, because I didn't shoot him at 35 with a little bit of weeds in the way, and then I didn't try to get an arrow in it when he was at 20, 21, 18, somewhere in there, because of those branches just being just slightly too much. I could have got a shot again at about 25 as he was quartering away. At that point, the branches weren't in the way, but he was no longer standing really that still. So a lot happened in this, 10-minute adventure of him coming down in, giving me a couple opportunities. I chose not to take. Still a little trigger shy from last year, making a bad shot. So, but ultimately, with the hindsight being 2020, I'm super glad I didn't take a shot and wasn't successful because there's no audio, and that would have been awful. So, turns out we just had our first close call of the year. There is plenty of season left. But this is where I'm going to leave you guys at my desk. I did an outro and stuff in the tree, and I talked to you guys a lot more in the tree. I don't remember what I said anymore. It is currently, October 22nd as I'm editing this. This was all the way back on the 16th. We've hunted since then. So I don't remember what I was saying when I was in the tree, but there was an outro and everything in the tree, but regardless, without that audio. So my rutcation starts on October 24th, so tomorrow as you're watching this, and I cannot wait to get in the tree. I am extremely pumped for October 24th itself, Friday. The weather for my spots is perfect. So because of all of the south winds we had last year, winds from the south we had last year, and how much searching around I did, I know this year where I'm going to sit on those south winds. So the first 4 days of my rutcation, we have a wind from the south. The second 4 or 5 days of my rutcation, we have a wind out of the north. So we're going to get, out of my roughly 12 days of rutcation, we're going to get a really good 6-7 sits in just for me, for myself. So fingers crossed we just get it done tomorrow as you're watching this. Just get out there and my number one target buck steps out and we have a great video. But ultimately, I'm just super pumped to be in the tree, have the privilege to have this time off, get out in the woods, film for you guys. But either way, this video is already long enough. My outro is already long enough. I'm going to throw some more clips with some music of this buck because it's just too cool not to. So without further ado, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you in the woods.